Minaj. What do you think that's about? I don't understand. Yeah, new computer. Let me try my phone.
Password in?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try my phone real quick. Try my phone. Hold on. That music is like. Okay, so let me try my phone. Oh, my phone. My little record thing. That would be kind of hard.
Hey, oh my goodness. Hello, y'all. This is Dr. Traci Harrell. I am on remote. I am on site at the African Cultural Arts Center. We're having a little technology situation, but we're here now. And oh my goodness. I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. I don't know if you can read that, but we're actually going to Ghana. Like I am leaving on Thursday to go to Ghana. And the great news is we're taking you with us. I know. So it's going to be a very detailed itinerary. I literally just got off the phone with Afua earlier today. And I think what I'm most excited about, she got there weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, because when she takes a group, she is actually working. So we're all arriving next week and she's been there for a week. So what is exciting is if you've ever thought about going to Africa, the motherland, if you've ever thought about going, this is going to be your opportunity to, she calls it explore Ghana. It's Ghana, Togo, and Benin. And it includes, an opportunity to really go deeper into your African heritage. It says, be enlightened about your cultural history, follow up on the ancestral culture of Africans, and trace your roots back to Africa. And I got to tell you, for me, this is super exciting. It's not just about going back in history, but as I think about next steps for me and what 2025 is going to look like, I'm being very aggressive as it relates to leaving a legacy. Like Dr. Carter's death is still, has impacted most of us in a number of different ways. And so there's going to be some fun stuff too. I'm looking at this itinerary here, tropical rainforest and natural animals, etc., river cruises and explorations, but the deep heritage exploration is going to be a major part of this exploration. Okay, there's another document that I have behind me, so bear with me. I'm using my phone because my laptop was not connected to the Wi-Fi appropriately. So I got a new computer. Yay! A smaller one that I could take with me on the trip. That was my whole goal of coming here and doing a broadcast from location. You see that little image in the back? Isn't that kind of cool? It's Africa. I don't know. Prior to some of where we are today. So what we get to talk about is a little bit about the itinerary today. I know you're probably like, so you're going on a trip and you're taking us with you. Tell me exactly how that is going to work. So here's a little bit of the story. So I have a detailed itinerary. I can't read this, but there is a detailed itinerary. Excuse me, I just dropped that. There's a detailed itinerary. It looks like this for every day. And so she has us visiting art museums, and there's various cultural days. I think I'm a little nervous about going through the door of no return in Togo, which I heard from someone who's here looking at me, who went on this excursion last year. She said it was probably the most transformational experience she's ever had. Thinking about our ancestors and the experience that they've had kind of makes you grateful for where you are today, but also, there's a myriad of emotions that we might have. So we're going to be gone for 30 days and spending Christmas in Ghana. We're going to a wedding in Ghana as well from a local Seattleites. Beautiful lady. I met her here a few weeks ago for her bridal shower. It was lovely. And so I'm looking at this documentation here, and I think today is a little, preview. Hopefully I can get some quotes and some detail and get people a little bit excited about what we're doing. checking into Togo on January 4th. So this is the second half of the trip. We're going to be going to the Togo Art Museum. There's meeting locals, immersing ourselves in the culture. Again, I mentioned the door of no return. It should be an interesting, again, deep experience. There's a tour of various cities and cultural experiences, waterfalls, all kind of explorations, festivals, and the like. Visiting the village on water. And then we actually come back on January the 12th or the 13th. I think I took an extra day. And this is a trip that I've been saving up for a while. So if anyone is interested in joining us online throughout this process, you're going to be able to come to this experience again. I'll be hopefully have a number of I'm a little tired today, but hopefully I will have a number of that we can share during the experience. So 3 questions I wanted to ask of the listening audience today. Number 1, if you could go to Africa in just a few weeks with me, which you all have the opportunity to do so, are there any questions you want me to ask of the locals? Are there any interview type, experiences that you want me to have? Have you ever thought about anything? So I want to kind of show up for community, with community, and that is my plan. That is my hope. We have about 5 minutes before we have to go to the first break. So I just want you guys to think about that. While we're there, I'm doing this on my own dollar. So just to be clear, we all are doing this on our own dollar, but I find it difficult to have an experience when I can't share it with others. And so in this case, I get to share it pretty broadly with community. And I really, I'll have a formal itinerary laid out, and we will ask you to follow the journey and share your thoughts. And if there's anything you want us to do to be planful for the next steps, I would love that as well. So I decided that today would be simply about the journey, simply about this is how we show up. So we have, I have 3 documents. I'll share a little bit more on this other document. Stay with me. So basically, the next time you want to go, so I wanted to do a little plug for Adafua. She does this work as a part of the African Cultural Arts Center, but it's really her separate passion, where she takes people on a trip that could either be 30 days, 20 days, or 8 days. So you could do 1 of the countries, 2 of the countries, or all 3 of the countries. She calls it a cultural excursion to historical Ghana, Togo, Benin. It's all going to West Africa. You get 3 meals, all these various explore tours, accommodations. I think we all chose single accommodations, so that's always cool. Shopping opportunities, but really being able to go deep is what this has really been about. What I also loved about this, again, I kind of came in at the very end. They've been planning this for how long? A year? They kind of planned for an entire year. And so she brings you into this community, these smaller groups. You get to ask questions, get informed of all the things, all the vaccines that are required. You get to engage with fellow travelers. You have working meetings as well. So she was basically getting people prepared to do what you needed to do. One of them was, I got 10 vaccines. 10. We required yellow fever just to get into Ghana. And because some of the things that we take for granted are really, there's an uptick of measles, mumps, and rubella. So I had to get that. I guess it was a booster. I mean, we all got it as a child, but I got that again. Polio apparently is a thing in Africa. I don't say that laughingly because I literally got 10 shots. Hepatitis A, hepatitis B, typhoid, I think diphtheria. I don't know what that comes to my head, but Am I missing anything? Okay, I think that's about it. Okay, but they got 9, maybe it was 9 vaccines, but it was a lot. It was a lot. And they were basically, I'm not going to say painless, but it hurt for a little while. Then my arm was a little sore, but I had no reactions to 9 things. I took 5 one day, 4 the next day. As for informational purposes, Costco offers a service that's called travel concierge or something like that. So basically they become your travel doctor. So I couldn't get into my doctor early enough before leaving. And so you can go to Costco online, you register, you give them all of your history, which is your medical history, which is a lot. You tell them where you're going, you put it all in, and then someone electronically online, they give you recommendations. So based on your personal medical history, based on where you're going, they do this analysis and come back to say, I would recommend that you do A, B, or C. So again, that's where my yellow fever and all the things came up. And you get this little yellow card for yellow fever. And it's almost like the COVID cards where you had to prove that you had the vaccine, or you couldn't get in, you couldn't do certain things. Well, this is similar. You get a yellow card and you literally can't enter the country without it. All the other vaccines are extra bonus. I wanted to protect, shingles. I also got shingles. And so long story short, the trip is on. I am fully prepared. I am ready to rock and roll. Woo! And you all are going to get to go with me. So I'm taking all kind of wonderful content as far as video content. Hopefully it'll be more organized than today. Just saying. Hopefully it'll be more organized than today. I will use this phone. I did get a new phone. Oof. I have clamps and things to hold my devices so that they're all, organized. I have some new technology that I purchased that will follow me. So if I'm like giving a tour, you lock it on your face. I have a DJI Osmo, sharing like the whole experience for anyone who's into technology. It's like this tiny little device that again, it follows you as well. So I now have a tripod that'll follow me with my phone or a tablet, but I also have this other device that will allow me to take you on a journey. So you'll be able to join us to go to Ghana, Togo, and Benin. We will, again, I leave on Thursday. I arrive on Friday. Our official orientation with Afua, and I do apologize because my little thing fell behind me. Okay, here's more detail. Yay. Here's the beginning of the trip. Yes, so as I share more. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's my sister, Lynette Laney, the greatest traveler ever, who's saying she hopes I have a great time. That's so sweet. Thank you. Yes, so we officially start on the 15th. I arrive on the 14th, 13th. I gotta take a break. Thank you, honey. Sorry, I didn't see that. So I guess we gotta take a break and I'll be right back. Thanks.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world is your 24/7 digital media hub. Tune in at Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and TuneIn apps.
Hey, this is serious. Let's talk about saving lives. Fentanyl overdoses are rising and it can happen to anyone. But here's the good news. Naloxone, also known as Narcan, can reverse an opioid overdose. Yeah, it's that powerful. Naloxone is easy to use and it could save a life in minutes. It comes as a nasal spray and you don't need to be a doctor to use. If someone you know overdoses, spray it in their nose, call 911 and stay with them. You could be the reason they wake up.
What's going on, world? It's your boy OG Mambo.
And your guy D Money. Join us along with Pint Size Patron and ID Yourself
Here on Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio.
every Wednesday hump day from 9 to 11 Pacific.
Get exclusive interviews from your favorite artists, all the hottest music, and updates on what we got going on in the world.
That's every Wednesday, 9 to 11 p.m. on Seattle's Rainier Avenue Radio.
Do you want to reach out to the Vietnamese community in Seattle? Just advertise in Người Việt Tây Bắc, that is Northwest Vietnamese News, the longest running Vietnamese language newspaper in our region. Go to nvnorthwest.com.
Women are not an homogenous group.
We face discrimination differently depending on factors such as ethnicity, age, socioeconomic status, and more.
Rainier Avenue Radio is proud to amplify women's voices.
They are the experts of their own lives, initiating conversations within their community about challenges they face, the solutions they're working on, and the opportunities they see.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 for Women's Voices on Air. We know our challenges. We are the experts of our lives.
We are master multitaskers, prioritizing our family, friends, and our faith above our own needs.
Our needs and voices are too often overlooked.
Please join us this Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. for Women's Voices on Air.
We tell our stories in our own way.
Love food? Here's some storage tips to keep it fresh longer. Store cut fruits and vegetables in the fridge. Place in reusable containers. Keep bread in the freezer for longer storage. 40% of food in the U.S. goes uneaten. Save money, save food, save the planet. Visit Seattle Public Utilities for more tips.
You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio,
your community radio station.
Hey, this is Dr. Traci Harrell, and we are talking about travel. I am leaving in 3 days to go to Ghana with the African Cultural Arts Center. I've had several questions that were emailed to me when I mentioned this a few weeks ago, so I wanted to answer them. Afua gave me permission to share the details about the organization. So we do pay for this ourselves, just to be clear. This is the 30 days in Ghana. There's 3 big aspects to the fee. It's $2,950, and that includes your room and 3 meals. Sorry, I lost the document. Your room and 3. Here's my apologies. Okay. So it includes 3 meals, the tours, the accommodations, and then other, driving around to take you to shop or do whatever. I don't plan to do a whole lot of shopping. I'm a digital nomad, so I don't need a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe some jewelry, maybe a few little jackets or something that I can wear universally. But it's exciting. So $50 is the cost for accommodations and meals, 3 meals. If your round trip ticket is extra, someone else asked me, so how much was the round trip ticket? And I would say that mine was approximately, and I looked, was for this year. Now keep in mind, the $2,950 is what it cost this year. It could go up next year because of prices and tariffs and God only knows, right? But this year, what I paid was $2,950. It's on her website as well, which you can go to www.africanculturalartscenter.com and get all kind of information. You can go ahead and start planning for next year. So if it's $2,950 for the room and the room and board, basically, and that was a little bit extra for a single room, like not much at all. So it was a little bit extra to have a single room. Then you have to pay for a flight for us, it's from Seattle to Ghana, and most of us are flying through the Netherlands, and so Amsterdam, I believe. And so that flight was around $3,800. Is that about right? Somewhere between $2,800 and $3,800. We chose is it business class or comfort, premium comfort? She's giving me signals. premium comfort, because it's a long flight. But well worth it. I mean, for these ladies who've done it many, many, many times, for them to be, providing their insight, it feels so easy to me because I'm not going to Africa by myself. I'm going with ladies who've gone before many, many times. So obviously the way I would recommend doing it, I will be sharing every detail, every learning. But right now, what I can tell you is I'm just answering all the questions that people ask me, keeping it simple, keeping it real like I do. So, and that's not it. There's one more pretty big cost. It is visas. So you have to get visas to go into these countries. So you basically send your passport off to the ambassador's office or something, and Afua does all of this stuff. So we didn't have to do any of the details. We didn't have to worry about the rooms. She handles all of that. And then, like I said, she brings the group together. So they've been bonding for an entire year. I kind of slipped in. Fortunately, I knew a couple of them. So I slipped in and was able to join the group. In September, October is when I first learned about it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm in, like I'm so in." So visas cost about $750 or something, $740, something like that. So you have to think about that: $29.50 for the room, 30 days, which is pretty good, and the food, 3 meals. A flight for about the same amount, like $3,000 is what I would put aside for the flight. And then visas for another $740. Now I did some shopping. I feel like if people break things down, I feel like if my, one of my claims to fame is like just keeping the lady who keeps it real. So the other thing that I heard is, again, and this group has been very real. What they shared is you're going to Africa. Some parts of Africa are not as developed as you might expect here. So going to the bathroom may be, not as ideal, right? You may go and there's a hole in the ground kind of situation and not a regular like stall. I'm a little, ghetto and bougie at the same time. So I do have some needs and expectations. So I just wanted to put it out there. Like, you have to kind of go with the flow. That's the advice that this entire community of ladies shared. Don't expect, you could go at a 5-star rate and then everything will be 5-star. You can go to 5-star hotels. But we kind of want to get into the community and see how people really live. So there's going to be some of that as well. So that means I'm prepared for anything. I am prepared for anything, and I will show you almost everything. Obviously, I'll make sure the ladies that I'm with, their privacy is maintained, but I will do my very, very best to bring as much of this experience to you all as possible. Again, we all had to pay out of our pockets, but it is a service that is offered as a part of this African Cultural Arts Center, right? Creating a space, a safe space. She also has guides and security, people that are part of this world who know the language. And she's also taught us certain words which I will not even pretend to know at the moment. We'll bring that up in another thing. But I just wanted to answer all the questions that people ask me. So I'm gonna go through the itinerary just a little bit more. It's pretty detailed. So I'll share just some of the highlights. So we on the first day, she's gonna have us be fitted for our own African garb. It's probably not the right word. Attire is what she says. Our own African attire. Pretend to be a woman who even likes wearing skirts. So what African women do, a lot of times they wear skirts. I'm not even gonna just go buy skirts and pretend like I have some more stuff hanging in my closet or in a storage unit that I won't wear. So I'm not doing that. But what I do love the colors and the vibrant colors. And I have my own little style, right? You guys have seen me in these jackets and things that, wear black pants like 95% of the time. So I plan to buy some vibrant, colorful shirts and jackets and things. So that's day one, where we're actually fitted and we have these tailors that are going to create custom clothing for us. And that's kind of a thing, because then you're going to be going to, like I said, we have a African wedding that we're attending and all kind of other things. So again, I'll keep you in the loop as that process moves forward. We're going to Cape Coast. So apparently there's lots and lots of beautiful water views everywhere. So we're going to do a lot of that. There's a national park, and there's some kind of slave bath that starts on day 2. So we're stepping into the slave part of the journey pretty early on. Togo is where I saw that, what did I call it? The door of no return. That was in Togo. That's like weeks later in January, but in the middle of December, like the second day of our trip, there's some type of slave bath. I don't know what that is, but I don't like the sound of it. I'm sorry. It's going to be incredible, I'm sure. Then we're going to something called Kumasi, and we're going to visit the Ashanti Palace. So I think a lot of us here that, we're all descendant, not we're all, but many of us are descendant from royalty. So I think to be able to see the Ashanti tribe and to go to the Ashanti Palace, a tour around the city, and some cultural dancing and drumming, that's day 3 and 4. So we have, that should be exciting. Then we have a visit. I got a background audience that says, like she's done this. We on the 20th, we're going to visit Kosovo to support the Freedom School. So there's someone else from here who started a school in Africa called the Freedom School. And then we're going to go to the Accra Art Center. And then we're going to do a cruise to Treasure Island. I admit that I've been so busy, I've done no research on any of these things, but I will. And then we're going to visit an aqua safari. So there's a safari that's, I guess, in the jungle, and I guess we're going to do an aqua safari as well. Exciting. On the 22nd of December, we're going to do a day trip to the Botanical Gardens, Aburi Botanical Gardens. On the 23rd and the 24th, we're going to the Accra Museum, Kwame something else Museum, and lunch at Osu Oxford Street. And then we're going to go to the W.E.B. Du Bois Center and meet up with the Northern Chamba Chief in Accra. So some more royalty. Thank you so much. Oh my God, they got a map. Thank you. Oh, that's my producer. I told him I was going on the fly here a little bit. So thank you so much. Oh, you're so sweet. I'm also going to have so Daniel is the producer here at Rainier Avenue Radio. Thank you, Daniel. I also have another producer who often joins us, Nathan, who's helped us with some series. So between Daniel and Nathan together, they're going to keep us, they're going to help us to produce a very, very serious reflection of what this tour is going to be about. So I'm excited. So thank you, Daniel, for that. So we're going to go do a tour on the 25th, a tour around Jamestown and the Chief's Palace. There's another GA Chief's Palace. Apparently I mentioned there's lots and lots of water around Ghana. You see those little streams and things there, which look very lovely. Well, we're going to go to Labadee Beach. I see it there. Exciting. And then on the 27th and so the 25th was Christmas. Sorry, I missed that altogether. December 25th, that's Christmas. So we're going to be doing, apparently there's some Christmas celebrations that they're going to do at a palace. Look at that. She said it's fabulous. She said you're going to love it. That's exciting. Okay, stay with me. On the 26th, that's Labadee Beach. Oh, did I mention it's 85 degrees in Ghana right now? So what is it here? 40 something. I'm from Florida, so I'm pretty excited. 85 and humid. So I'm dressing like the Florida girls dress, right? Very, very ready to go. What time is it? Okay, good. Labadee Beach on the 26th. 27th and 28th, we're going to a dinner at another Royal Senchi Resort. Some some other things I can't pronounce. So we'll move on. And then on the 29th, we're going to, there's a free day in Accra. Accra, I think is probably the best way to say it. And then there's something called, what is it called? Something cello, Afro cello, or something like that. Okay, she doesn't remember. There's a whole nother thing we're doing that on the 29th, just happens to be, there's a 3-day, like Africans, apparently the best musicians in Africa are together on the 28th and 29th. And so the 29th is a free day. So Traci is good. That's going to be my first plan, is go figure out how to get to Afrochella, which is also in Accra. So FYI, that's coming. On the 30th, we're going to do a tour of Prom Prom. She's like, real nice is what my what do you call the people in the peanut gallery? Sorry, my support team who has experience. So Prom Prom, and then an evening of cultural drumming and dance as well. And then the 31st and the 1st, that's New Year's. We're going to be obviously celebrating the New Year's African style on the continent. And there's going to be all kind of festivities. And then on the 2nd and 3rd, there's shopping and going to this other location, which is where I started with Togo, right? We started with Togo, Benin. That's the museums, the cultural days, the other things, the door of no return, and et cetera, et cetera. So I haven't really done a whole lot of research because I don't need to, because she already has. How extraordinary is this? I love this kind of stuff. But we have everything we need to be successful. We got this 14-page book when we first signed up. So it has not only the schedules, but everything you need to think about answering questions. So I'm basically packed and ready to go. I'm going to be bonding. I got some real work that I need to finish before I go. But I could not be more excited to do this trip of a lifetime. And again, my contribution will be to make sure I share with each of you. So I couldn't be more excited. Oh, 2311. Got it. So, so she is working on a little project. And when I say she, I have one of the board of directors here for the African Cultural Art. Okay, so someone else is here, whatever. Apparently I got her title wrong. But we couldn't be more excited to support community in this way. So what's interesting is the African Cultural Arts Center. Oh, excuse me. This is what I was supposed to share with you. You could drop that real quick. I think you may have some of these. Let's see if I can bring this poster up. Help me. Oh. So maybe if I position myself over here. Okay, Daniel, I'm gonna have you drop that map. Okay, that's probably not good. Okay. It's okay. Oh, it's not bad. Oh no, it's not gonna be it. Okay. So what we have here, I'll bring it down. Get a little closer. I don't know what I'm doing here. Daniel, help me. Okay. So this is a poster that talks about the 40th anniversary of Adafua. And so we were asking you to join us and support the new community building. So one of the ways we can do that is the 3 words. Can you read those? It says legacy, unity, and culture. Put this back up here. Legacy, unity, and culture. So the idea of me showing up, paying my own dollars to go to Africa with what? How many of us? 10, 12? 12 other ladies is to, oh, there is a guy. Thank you. There's 12 ladies and there's a gentleman. I forgot his name. He joined at the end. What is his name? Do you know? Huh? Hackett. Oh, well, he may not want us to tell his business, so we won't even let him broadcast for himself. He is, I think he's like a video guy, right? Like he does this kind of stuff too. So we got support on the grounds. He's a video guy. So we're gonna be able to talk about again, the African Cultural Arts Center. Afua said, Traci, I am not working with you on this trip. She said, we're on vacation. So So the best I can do is share. I thought we were there because I'm just joking. So I'm gonna. She deserves to rest, and she deserves to explore, and she deserves to have an experience, and so do I. And so, like I said, my goal is to take you on this journey with us. I spent this entire show giving you the detail, the itinerary. I'm gonna post this somewhere so that you guys can prepare yourself. I'm not really sure what the time zone is and what the Wi-Fi is gonna be like. So I'm gonna have my team kind of like, I'll be uploading files and they'll be posting and sharing. So we'll figure out the best way to engage you all. But really, 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 I want to have as many live experiences as possible. So that, again, our young people who may not have this opportunity can just, immerse in the experience with us. This is part of my Living Powerfully experience. So we said we were going to talk about living powerfully with AI. So that's the other thing I wanted to slip in as well. So living powerfully experience with positive intelligence, that's about your mind. Living powerfully with AI is about both your mind, your business, your overall professional development. AI is here, and we're going to make sure organizations, our businesses, and individuals understand how they can take full advantage of it. So I'm super excited about that. And then this whole trip that we get to go on, this concept of legacy, unity, and culture, right? It's just powerful. A couple of things that I did want to share. So down here, there's a little bit.ly and there's a QR code. Can you write this for me? I don't normally ask for anything, but I feel like I'm doing it. I can ask for other people. I'm supporting our forward. So this bit.ly is https://bit.ly, and then it's Adafua. It's capital. Oh, it's M/Adafua. ADEFUA. We used that before. Sorry. So again, it's bit.ly/M for making it happen, M for magic in the motherland, M/Adafua, all capital letters, ADEFUA. And again, our goal is to have you check out what is happening, donate to build this building, donate and help us to be a part of true legacy building, where we leave this African Cultural Arts Center. It's about the building that's here for the next generation. So I think I have 1 minute left. I really can't tell. So I think we ended 6:54. So once again, I just want to invite you all to join us December 15th, December 15th through January 13th. I will be broadcasting live. I will be inviting you on the journey in Ghana, Togo, and Benin. Yes, we are going to the motherland, and I'm taking you with me. Join us soon. Again, living powerfully. We will continue to do the show. I will be even more intentional. We're going to come out of this trip with a full documentary laid out. So that's going to be my work, is laying this out. I got another community project that we started and got kind of derailed that I'm going to be finishing up as well. So we got a lot of great stuff happening, but we're going to also take you on the journey. So join us right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, right here on social media. We'll be back next week. Thanks. Oh, next we got Lynn Line. Was that what you're waiting for? I can't read anything from my producer. Sorry. Next we do have Lynn Line Sports. Bye. Thank you. Hosted by Pep and O. Thanks. Bye, y'all.